What's up YouTube, this is Sank here. I make videos on the stock market. Guys, before I tell you when I think NIO's going to hit its all-time highs again, check out that link down below, that's Trading 212. Go and grab yourself a free share of stock. It really helps the channel out. I'm looking to get this channel to 1,000 subscribers before Christmas, so if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you're not, introduce the channel to anyone close to you. It'd really help the channel out, and it'd be a fantastic Christmas present from you guys to me. Now without further ado, let's jump into the portfolio and see what's going on. So up on screen is my YouTube growth portfolio on the road to 100k, standing just under £42,000, which is just under $50,000. Guys, up $2,000 since I showed your portfolio to you yesterday. This is the power of the stock market, guys. This is why I show you the portfolio each and every day for full transparency, so you guys can jump on the same plays as me and take your portfolios from $1,000 to 2, from $20,000 to 50, and from 50,000 to 100. Guys, our portfolio is up because of a couple of plays I gave you last week. One being Tesla, another being Switchback Energy, another being LCA. So guys, the stock market is so fast moving. That's why you guys need to check into the channel daily. Make sure that notification bells hit so you never miss a beat. Now without further ado, let's jump into NIO. Okay guys, so to understand when NIO is going to reach its all-time highs again, it's important to understand the market situation that we're in right now, right? So we know that the EV market is still fragile. Yes, right now NIO is up about 4 or 5%, which is amazing, but the market is still fragile, and that's because of three main reasons. The first is just more intensified regulation in that EV space, right? We know that there was 2 Chinese manufacturing companies that their production methods are being tested by the regulators, and there was fears that this would then move over to the NIOs and the XPengs to see if they are operating within their means. And the second is that we had the House and the Senate both pass on the Holding Foreign Companies Accountable Act, right? Meaning that Chinese companies need to operate and have their audits tested by the PCOAB. And the third is that its comparables are falling significantly. That's Li Auto and XPeng. Now guys, in recent days, they're falling because they've had public offerings, right? Meaning they're issuing more shares, meaning that they're diluting the current shareholding. Now, current investors see this as a bad thing, but long term, if they use this capital to invest and improve their businesses, that share price should rise and everybody should win. So guys, those are the main 3 reasons. It's important to keep that in mind, right? So NIO is operating in very different times now to what it was a couple of weeks back when everything was rosy and it was just soaring through the sky. So guys, now if we dive into the NIO share price graph, it's going to reveal some interesting things about when we're going to see NIO reach all-time highs again. So historically, things like exceptional delivery numbers for the month and analysts revising their ratings would increase NIO share price significantly. But now times are different, guys, right? So this can be shown when we look at the share price. So when NIO came out with its November delivery numbers and it surpassed its October delivery numbers, it had about 5,200. Guys, this came out on the 1st of December, and if we look at what happened to the share price dropped 10%. Normally, in normal circumstances before the regulators got involved, NIO share price would have been soaring. So this indicates that normal month-on-month growth in NIO's delivery numbers are not enough to increase that share price significantly. Remember, its November delivery numbers are about 5% above its October numbers. So we need much more than that for the markets to react. Now, if we also remember, on the 1st of December, Goldman Sachs actually revised their target for NIO, and they've pushed that to $60. Now, if we look at the share price did jump about 5%, but then it dipped the next couple of days, right? So even that wasn't enough to increase NIO's share price to all-time highs or even continue that upwards momentum. So the big question is, what is going to increase NIO's share price to all-time highs again, right? So if good month-on-month growth in delivery numbers isn't going to do it, if analysts revising their ratings isn't going to do it, if good quarterly financials isn't going to do it, what is going to do it? Now guys, I'm going to give you a top tip here. One of the biggest assets and biggest tools that you can have as an investor is to look at comparable companies, right? This is what we did when back in my banking days, we used to look at comparable companies and analyze them, because this will tell you a lot about the company that you're targeting, that you're looking to invest in, that you're looking to analyze, right? So we are going to look at Tesla, because I believe Tesla can reveal so much information for NIO and its future performance. So let's jump into Tesla and see what's going on. So up on screen I have the Tesla share price graph, and in this red circle is where I believe NIO is currently trading right now. Now I do think that NIO and Tesla exhibit the same share price movements. Now Tesla's had this fantastic run up until about $500, and then it dropped off 35%. Now we know that NIO's had a similar fantastic run up before when the regulators got involved and investor fear kicked in. We had a drop off about 25%. Tesla was then trading in this channel between about 460 and 410. We know that NIO's now up and down, up 5%, down 5%. So it's interesting, right, to see a similar pattern between these two companies. And it kind of makes sense because they're in the same field, they're comparable companies, they're both offering electric vehicles, right? Now, Tesla had this spike in the share price when the S&P 500 announcement was released. And this is a key point for us, guys. One thing to note is Tesla did come out with fantastic Q3 results on the 21st of October, which is inside this red circle, and the share price barely moved. It moved about 0.2%, and then the next day it was down. So guys, this is key because we know that NIO's coming out with some fantastic numbers. The share price isn't moving in the way that we want it to. So the question is, when is NIO going to see a catalyst that's going to boost this share price, just like Tesla saw when its S&P 500 inclusion was announced? So I think there could be three main catalysts to propel NIO to its all-time highs in January, the end of January, guys. Now, the first on the list is I do think that if NIO come up with exceptional January delivery numbers, this could reinvigorate its share price and we could see that momentum. We know right now in December, NIO are working hard to increase their capacity, right? We know right now the capacity is about 5,000 units per month. I know they're doing over that, but they're really stretching their capacity. Now we know that the capacity should reach about 7,500 by the end of December. So if NIO are able to produce fantastic delivery numbers in January, I mean, if they're able to go 6,000, 6.5, even 7,000, I really think you're going to see an all-time high in January. I think that share price is going to spike. So the second catalyst on my list could be NIO Day on the 9th of January. Now we know we need an element of surprise, right, to see that momentum in its share price again. There's certain things we know that are going to happen early in the year. We know they're coming out with 2 new cars, but if they're able to surprise us, something like produce a car at a cheaper rate, right, or give us an update on the whole autonomous driving technology. If they're able to deliver some knockout news on NIO Day, I think this is going to reinvigorate that share price and we should see all-time highs on NIO Day or the day after. And the third catalyst, which is a little bit harder to speculate on when that's actually going to come about, is if the PCAOB, who are the auditors of auditors with the whole Holding Foreign Companies Accountable Act, if they're able to reassure us investors that NIO has good audits, they're sound and secure, and they're not going to be delisted, as I think you're going to see a lot of investor capital back into NIO, and that share price is going to skyrocket. We're going to see that share price surpass $55. Those are my 3 catalysts, and they could come as soon as the 9th of January. So now on to the question of the day part of the video, and this question comes from Blessings to You. She wants to know, Dropbox and Apple are primed for takeoff too. Opinions? Thanks, my friend. Thank you very much for sending in this question, Blessing to You. Look, first things first, I must say you're a fantastic asset to the StockFlix community, so I'm very, very happy to be answering your question. It's a fantastic one. So Apple are actually in my top 5 holdings, right? I think Apple is a fantastic business. They've built such a phenomenal brand, it's so powerful, and they have so much consumer support that honestly, Apple is a company to hold for life. Now, I've actually profiled Apple before, and I've actually mentioned that there's going to be a lot of capital shifting from EVs and other sectors into the tech sector. The tech sector has been pretty quiet over the last couple of months, especially the mega tech sector. So we're talking the Apple, we're talking the Amazon, we're talking Alibaba, and these companies are definitely set for takeoff. What I love to see is a mismatch between how their financial reporting and how the share price is trading. So Apple actually released phenomenal Q3 numbers, but the share price was muted, right? This to me just signals, right, you should be putting some money into Apple because they're set to explode, right? If they're becoming more profitable, if they're growing well, this company is going to take off. And it's just a delayed reaction from the investors. So Apple is a solid business. So Dropbox isn't actually in my portfolio, but it's one I'm definitely considering and one that you guys should do your diligence on because it could pay off, right? So if we jump into their Q3, we can see that they beat their estimates. Their revenue was 487 million. the estimate was 483, right? So they beat that. What I do like is their average revenue per user. That came in higher than the last quarter at $128 versus $126 the previous quarter. So really and truly, the business is going in the right direction. And one thing that really stands out to me and what I really do like is, look, the average analyst price target for Dropbox is $28.50. Now, if we look at the current share price, it's $20. Guys, this is a huge uplift, right? You could literally land yourself 40 to 50% by investing in Dropbox potentially, right? It's not often that you see an analyst rating so much higher above where the current price is trading. So this is a real opportunity, and it's definitely worth doing some diligence on Dropbox. And if you are to buy Dropbox now, I think it's a very good entry price. I think this is a growing business. Yes, over the years, the momentum has been, a bit questionable, a bit sketchy, but the entry point and the price point is pretty good, and the target price is very nice. So, the aim of the game here is to buy low, sell high, and I think Dropbox offers this. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Please hit a like on this video. It really, really helps the channel out and gets out to a much wider audience. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I've got a lot of good content coming for you guys. Tomorrow, I've got a video coming on, I think, a catalyst that nobody's talking about that should get me out to $200 to $300 in the future. On Wednesday, I've got my 5-year prediction video. So for us long-term investors in Neo, that's going to be great. And in between, I've got a lot of strategy videos and plays that you guys should be jumping into throughout the week. So guys, check into the channel daily, never miss a beat, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.